Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you love the vibe. Everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So please take what resonates. This is not a personal read. If you would like a personal read, check out the description and I'll assist you with receiving one. All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. Okay? Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Today we're talking to the zodiac sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, any placement in your birth chart. All right. The first card we have here is meditate. Okay. So Spirit could be saying it's time for you to do some grounding work, possibly do time for you to do some reflection, go into reflection mode, or have some quiet time to yourself. When you see the word meditate or you hear meditate, some people like to sit in the lotus pose position, okay, but people meditate in many different ways. I've heard people say that they find that they can connect and meditate with music. Some do it without music. Some do it in silence. There are people who do it sitting. There are people who do this pose here. But when it comes to meditation, you can make it your own, so don't become maybe irritated or thinking or feeling that it's something that you're just not interested in. Spirit is saying, Cancer, be mindful to make your life your own, okay? And so maybe you are feeling that maybe you don't have all the things you desire at this time. There are some things that you are wanting to occur in your life and it has not happened for you yet, whether it's a relationship, being married, having children, a particular career change. It could be, I said children already. It could be starting a business, but Spirit is saying make it your own, okay? Even when it comes, if you are interested to meditation, maybe you're not interested, and that is okay, okay? Maybe you just need to get out into nature and just have some time to yourself, okay? The back of this card says, it's better than sitting around and doing nothing. It's better, collective, than sitting around and doing nothing. Okay? And so we know meditation is something that helps us heal as well as, release blockages, stagnation within the body, the mind, the spirit, and the aura. Can be very therapeutic in many ways. No, I'm not a licensed medical professional. This is not licensed medical professional advice, okay? I'm just simply conveying a card. But yes, grounding yourself, having some alone time can be very healthy for you, okay? Even journaling as well. There are many ways. So do some research on that, Cancer, and find what works for you. And Spirit is saying, make your life your own. I'm hearing it again, okay? So you have permission to live your life, okay, the way you desire. Do the things you want. Go to places you want to go. Shop where you want to shop, Cook that meal the way you want to cook it. You don't have to use paprika. You don't. It's your palate, you're going to consume the food, okay? Someone battling someone, Cancer, over how to cook. Who's trying to tell you how to cook? Uh-oh. Guess that's it. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'll take that one. It's upside down. Okay. Someone trying to tell Cancer how to cook. Someone's trying to bully you in the kitchen. Tell them to back up. That's for somebody. Trying to tell you what to put in your food and it's going in your belly. The nerve. Okay. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all are doing wonderful, feeling great. Okay, the first card that we have here, Cancer, is the Five of Wands. And so Spirit is saying there's no need to feel like you have to compete or you have to be competitive, Cancer. Make it your own, okay? People will be opinionated. Like I said, you can have family, friends, associates, coworkers in your ear, trying to maybe dictate you, maybe trying to give their 2 cents. Once again, the Cancer does not need it. But people are people, and Spirit is saying not to let this influence you to become upset or disturbed. Just let it go in one ear and out of the other. Make your life, for your own. There's no need. There are people also I'm picking up. There is someone who's trying to offer you advice because they're kind of envious of you, Cancer. They're kind of jealous of you. Okay. I'm picking up on that energy. Okay. They try to offer advice or ideas, hoping that you'll go with their decision because this person wants to compete with you with this Five of Wands energy. So this person is, is a narcissistic. They're a covert narcissist. They mask the control that they want to impede or project onto you. So they may come off as a good friend, like, oh, I just got your back. I just want the best for you. They may say positive things, but in hindsight, they really want to compete with you with this Five of Wands energy. They envy who you are, Cancer. They want to stand in your shoes. And you may say, look, life is not all that well to them on the outside. Your life is better than theirs, and they want to be you. This person would love to kind of mirror your life. You could be someone who is aesthetically pleasing, male or female, very handsome, very beautiful. You could be someone who's well accomplished as well. Maybe you show up to the family gatherings or maybe to a friend group, Spirit is saying, and maybe you always have something new going on. You know how you catch up with old friends, and say, "What's new? Tell me what's going on." Well, Cancer, you're someone who actually show up and have something new going on, and that is positive. It's not a negative. But Spirit is saying you just have to be mindful of who you share your business with, and make sure that you are, if you do have a friend group, being mindful of being around people who are jealous or who want to compete with you. Spirit is saying this could be very dangerous. This person could be offering falsified advice, hoping that you follow it because they want to see you in the energy of the Seven of Wands. This person is very jealous and envious of you and who you are. They don't see the blood, the sweat, the tears, the hard work, the overtime you may work, the times, maybe there weren't food in the fridge. Maybe you had economic hardships, where maybe you needed to borrow money, they don't see that. This is someone who wants to be number one. They want to be at the top. They want to duplicate and imitate your lifestyle, but they feel like you're someone who gets everything dropped into your lap. But that's not the truth. The position that you are in currently, Cancer, you're in this energy because you've earned it. You deserve to be there. If you're aesthetically pleasing, you're handsome or beautiful. Maybe you get hit on by a lot of people. Maybe when you hang out with this person, they notice the attention that you get. Okay, that is not your fault. Okay, you do not have to turn down your light or change the way you dress just so you won't get attention. Spirit is saying, be you, be expressive in your wardrobe. Show those legs. Okay, I heard that. That's for somebody. Show those legs. Okay, male or female. You have nothing to do with this person's insecurities. Okay, but they are desiring to see you in the energy of the Seven of Wands. So just be mindful. Okay, and this is possibly what Spirit is saying for you to meditate, and if not meditate, get out into nature or have some alone time. In your awakened state as well as your dream state, you may receive information about this in a dream or the signs and synchronicities while you are awake about this person being envious or jealous of you. So that's why Source wants you to do some meditation or some form of grounding work, even if it's just going outside. Okay, sitting outside in your yard, take your shoes off or just sitting on your porch, just having some moments to yourself. There's some kind of clarity, and I believe it may come through a dream state of this person whom I'm speaking of. And when you receive the sign of the synchronicity, you're going to say, oh, I always knew it. That's why they said so and so, so and so. That's why they act like that. That's why they look. Yeah, this person is a covert narcissist, and they could be in a friend group, or you could have friends in common. And maybe when you are invited or you go to these friends' house, this person in particular is there. Okay, be mindful and careful. This person is very jealous. Okay, and so your ancestors could be trying to get this message to you for your protection. Nothing to fear. It's just a notification, but for your protection, to be aware of what you share with this group, because you don't know who's taking what back. No one that dislikes you or is envious of you needs to know your plans, okay, or what you're doing in the future, okay. So they've been trying to convey this message to you. They're conveying it through this read now. This is just one source. Okay, and so you may have a dream very well about this person wanting to compete with you with the Five of Wands and project the Seven of Wands energy onto you. Okay, but your back is turned, you see, in this card, and so I see you finding ways to constantly shift your energy. You could also be picking up on some kind of negative projection, Cancer, but you can't quite put your finger on it. You're like, wait a minute, I was just in a good mood. Now, why when I get off the phone with so and so, or why when I left their house, now I feel kind of funny? That is this person projecting that negative energy. And when I say projection of negative energy, this doesn't have to be someone standing over a cauldron or chanting to the moon. This could be something simple as someone just having nefarious thoughts and trying to project them towards you. So make sure you're protecting yourself, spiritually speaking, in whatever way is best for you, okay? Even if you have to read a Bible verse, okay? Even if you have to go to the Bible and read you a Bible verse, okay? The next card we have here is the Seven of Pentacles. And so, Cancer, you're very focused. See, this is the energy right here. This, you're very focused right here. You're planting seeds, and these seeds are stars. You're shining bright. I just said you're the type that shows up, and if a person hasn't seen you and they ask the question, so what's been going on? Tell me what's going on. You're like to say, well, I just started a business. I just bought a house. I'm about to have a baby. I'm getting married next year. And these things are wonderful and positive, but this is what's making this person jealous. This person in this friend group, I'm picking up, it's a single person who stares at you with an evil eye and just hoping to see your downfall. But no weapon formed against you will prosper. This is just a spiritual notification for you to move different. Don't share your business with no one, not your personal business. As I said in a previous read, when you gather with people, there's a million things, there's over a million things that you can have a great conversation about. But when it comes to your finances, your love life, your plans, talk about something else. Okay? This person wants to intercept the groove of the Ten of Cups. And no, they can't have that. What is written in the stars for you, Cancer, is written in the stars. Okay? What is for you cannot be taken away. Okay? So this person can try all they want. They will not succeed. They want to see you imbalanced. But look at you. Okay? You could be someone who's into yoga. Maybe you've been thinking about it. But look at you maintaining that pose, that stance, and very balanced. Okay? They're desiring to see this in the upside down, but it will not happen. Okay? The Cancer has been notified, and I see you taking action and remaining that and remaining the empress that you are, male or female. Remember, gender is fluid in tarot. Very nurturing, very caring to yourself as well as others. And because you are nurturing, because you are caring, because you are spiritually inclined, and you're going to work on grounding and tuning yourself increasingly so, the source spirit, the universe will be giving that right back to you. So stay in this high vibing energy that you're in. You love growing, you love learning, you love developing new things. Stay in that energy, but just keep it to yourself, because there is someone who is just jealous of what you have going on, okay? So this concludes the read for the zodiac sign of Cancer. Later.